I'm not sure if we're in the right spot for this, but we actually have a couple complaints about Pizza Palace, the parking. Supposedly, I guess they were zoned entertainment, and we cannot get out of our driveways when they have their, things going on, and it's pretty much 6 nights a week. I've got pictures that, the garbage that's being left in front of our houses. We can't even get out of our driveways. I've literally had to pull over our front lawn just to get out. I don't think a fire truck would be able to get down the street or an ambulance. And yeah, it was bad before, but now since they've been zoned entertainment, it's really bad. And like I said, he doesn't want to work with us. We've been told that if we don't like it, then we can move. I've lived at 2 Francis Avenue, and we bought a house at 4 Francis Avenue, so I've lived there all my life. And yeah, since he's gone to the bar, it's totally unbelievable. And I just wonder if anything can be done. We've been to the zoning. They say it's the police department's, doing. The police department says it's the zoning committee that's got to do something, and I'm not sure what else we can do. But it's just, like I said, I've got pictures of the trash. I'm going out there picking up. I got little kids running around. I got broken beer bottles in front of my house, and so, like I said, I just wonder if there's anything that can be done about it. He's got 33 parking spaces. One's a handicap. And the amount of people that he's got going in there far succeeds. And I know Highland Park is the same way. I've talked to people on Highland Park, and it goes all the way down their street, both sides of the street. If possible, we would like to get permit parking only. I'm not sure if that's something that we could do, just residents being allowed to park on the street. And I can't talk for Highland Park, but that's what we would like on Francis Avenue. I have talked to a few people that live there. So.
Or what else can be done about the parking, even if it's on one side of the street, not both, because if one car is coming up the street and another one's coming down, there's no way. Somebody's going to have to back up. So parking on both sides of the streets, 3/4 of the way down on both streets, it's still a residential area, and we would like to.
Well, there's trucks, and again, I've got pictures where we've got a stop sign at the top of Francis Avenue, and the truck is parked within a foot. Like, I could probably get both of us in between there, and that's it. And, if I pull out of the street, I'm going to get hit, but then that's going to be our fault because we're pulling out into Enfield Street. And nothing's being done. They're all over the median, everything. And it's just, yeah.
Or just our driveways alone. They pull right up to the very beginning of the driveway, and the other car is just right on the other side where they're actually part of our driveway. So when we back out, we got to pull up, back out. We're going to end up hitting another car, and it's going to, again, be our fault because we're hitting, but you can't see, you can't.
We had a crash here a couple weeks ago where, somebody went down the street, came back up, and took out several cars. It was a hit and run, they took off. But again, people are coming out of the bars. We've got little kids living on the street, they're playing, and yeah, so.
So we'd like consideration on the parking somehow, and leadership. What do we do? Where do we go to change it or get, have it parking one side, not both sides, or
Permit parking.
permit parking?
Yeah, this isn't a back and forth. We can't respond to right now.
Are we in the right spot coming to zoning or here to come? Because we're told the police, as you said earlier, the police will say, no, it's not their problem. You got to go to zoning, and zoning says, no, it's not their problem. You have to go to the, police. So we're kind of stuck.
Yeah, we can respond in counselor communications, but we can't respond right now.
Okay. And how does that go about? Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 8, counselor communications. Deputy Mayor Sakala.
To Melanie and the other lady on Francis Avenue, again through the town manager, the mayor to the town manager. I was actually, a couple of other people who lived on Francis Avenue reached out to me over the weekend and sort of voiced the same concerns. Parking on both sides of the road, trash, nip bottles, glass, beer bottles, food everywhere up and down. And I don't know if the town manager will have additional information in her report, but understand we heard you, and I believe that there are some conversations going on with the police department on what we can do and options that we may have for that street. So thank you for coming up and speaking, and just understand that there are other people who are voicing those same concerns, and I understand that there was sort of a hit and run there, and it's just lined with traffic, and I guess this has really just been an uptick in that since Jimmy's has reopened. So hang in there. We're working on a solution. And that's all I have. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Councilor Hopkins.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do want to say to the folks on Francis, I'm your district counselor. I want to give you my number. I don't know if you have something to write with. It's on the town website, but my home number is 860-253-9590. And I can definitely say it again if that's easier for you. 860-253-9590. Please call me and leave a message later today, and I'll call you back just to let's figure this out together. Thank you.
Okay, Councilor Mangini, and then Councilor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Sakala did touch on the parking situation and the traffic issue over on Francis and Highland, and town manager's well aware. So hopefully we can get a resolution to that issue.
Councilor Nelson and then Councilor Pisner.
Second, the parking on Francis. Melanie, too bad you didn't know a police officer, like maybe a traffic officer or something. But so this is what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you solutions, not just promises and hopes and stuff like that. But there's occupancy for every single commercial building there is. If we have to get the fire marshal involved to show up there on a Thursday or a Friday night when they're having a live venue, see if they're over occupancy. That could be very expensive for Pizza Palace if they do it. That's an enforcement action that can be taken immediately. Second is hours of operation. Planning and zoning puts hours of operation on live events. So if they've got a live band playing, and I don't know if that's the case or not, they have to stop playing the music at a certain time. So if it is live music, are they playing past 10 o'clock, especially in a residential neighborhood? Because I know over at Stop and Shop, they were going to do that, but there were no residents around to be an issue. And the last thing we can do, if the owner really doesn't want to work well with the neighbors, is wouldn't it be sad to see a DUI checkpoint right out front on Route 5? Because we all know the cars that got hit, the reason he drove away is because he probably had one too many. I lost my father to a drunk driver, so I sympathize 100%. And we have to listen to this before somebody does get killed, and we have to do something about it. And if we've got to get Earl, the fire chief, involved to start checking occupancy, that's what we got to do. This has been an ongoing problem, and it's only going to get worse. They have zero respect for the neighbors, and it's up to us to help them. They've been to planning and zoning, they've been to the police department, and now they're here. So let's show them that we're listening and do something about this.